Welcome to Manifested Publishers.
Hello learners, my name is Stephen Kariungi. Today we continue with our topic of discussion in Form 4 chemistry. The topic is acids, bases and salts. So today I would like us to learn about the effect of a solvent on a solute. To understand the effect of a solvent on a solute, it is important first of all to ask ourselves what is a solvent and what is a solute. And we can say that a solvent is a liquid in which a solid dissolves. A solvent is a liquid in which a solid dissolves. On the other hand, a solute is the solid that dissolves in a liquid. So a solid that dissolves in a liquid is called a solute, while a solvent is a liquid in which a solid dissolves. So in other words, we can say that when you take a solvent plus a solute and combine them together, you come up with a solution. Now, on this case, we want to explain why we usually use water as our universal solvent. Water is usually used as a solvent in many chemical reactions. Now, an example is that when hydrogen chloride gas comes into contact with a dry blue litmus paper, the color of litmus remains blue. So that is one example. So that when a hydrogen chloride gas, a gas that we know very well that is very acidic, when it comes into contact with a dry blue litmus paper, the color of the litmus remains blue. However, when moist blue litmus paper comes into contact with hydrogen chloride gas, the paper turns red. So if you look at the two scenarios, the gas is the same, that is hydrogen chloride gas. We still have the blue litmus paper, but one is dry and the other one is moist. So the one that is dry is not being affected by the hydrogen chloride gas, but the one that is moist is affected by hydrogen chloride. So we can have an explanation for this. The explanation is that when hydrogen chloride gas comes into contact with moist blue litmus paper, it dissolves to form an acidic solution. It dissolves to form an acidic solution, and that acidic solution is now the one that turns the blue litmus paper to red. But the dry litmus paper and the hydrogen chloride gas do not form an acidic solution. So the gas here does not ionize. It remains in molecular form, or it remains in form of molecules, and therefore it doesn't have acidic properties. So you can say that hydrogen chloride gas is a molecular substance. Is a molecular substance that has no ions. It has no ions, or you can say it has no hydrogen ions. Hence, no effect on dry blue litmus paper. Still on the same, we can say that, however, when moist blue litmus is used, the hydrogen chloride gas dissolves. The hydrogen chloride gas dissolves to release hydrogen ions. To release hydrogen ions, of course, that are acidic, that turn the litmus to red. So that's an indication that the hydrogen chloride gas needs to dissolve in water in order for it to release hydrogen ions. And those hydrogen ions are the ones that now turn the blue litmus paper to red because of acidity. On the other hand, we are saying that when hydrogen chloride gas comes into contact with a dry litmus paper, there is no hydrogen ions that are released, and therefore the litmus remains the same. So there is no acidity that is created because the gas remains in molecular state. It doesn't form its respective ions. Now, so we have explained the two scenarios. So we are saying that in the scenario whereby we are using a moist litmus, what is actually happening is that hydrogen chloride gas, which is molecular, this one is dissolving in water to form hydrochloric acid, and this hydrochloric acid is the one that is dissociating completely to release hydrogen ions plus chloride ions, and of course these hydrogen ions are the ones that are responsible for acidity. So there must be moisture or there must be water, so that the water acts as the solvent. And then when the solvent dissolves the acidic gas, then its acidic properties are displayed. We also have a different scenario whereby we are using another solvent. So another example, when the same hydrogen chloride gas is dissolved in a solvent called methyl benzene. In methyl benzene, the gas dissolves. But the resulting solution has no effect. The resulting solution has no effect on blue litmus paper. The explanation for that is that methyl benzene is a non-polar solvent, hence does not form ions, with hydrogen chloride. It doesn't form ions, or it doesn't release ions with hydrogen chloride. Does not release ions, and we can say that hydrogen chloride gas therefore dissolves to form molecules, but not ions. So to form molecules which have no effect. The molecules have no effect on the blue litmus. So there must be hydrogen ions being released so that the blue litmus paper can turn red. But we are saying that in the case of hydrogen chloride dissolved in methyl benzene, yes, the gas will dissolve, but the resulting solution has no effect on the blue litmus paper. And the reason for that is methyl benzene is a non-polar solvent, hence does not form ions with hydrogen chloride. But instead, the hydrogen chloride dissolves as molecules, which have no effect on the litmus paper. So basically, we can say that water is a polar solvent that contains both positively and negatively charged particles, hence can ionize hydrogen chloride and ammonia gas, which are molecular. So in this case, we can say that water can ionize substances that are molecular, such as hydrogen chloride and ammonia gas. But methyl benzene cannot, because it is non-polar. Methyl benzene is non-polar, but water is a polar solvent, meaning that it has both positively and negatively charged particles, hence can ionize hydrogen chloride and ammonia gas. Our assignment So the first question in the assignment, explain why ammonia gas dissolved in methyl benzene does not affect the red litmus paper, yet when dissolved in water, it does. Yet when ammonia gas is dissolved in water, it affects the red litmus paper. 2, distinguish between a polar and non-polar solvent. So we are going to stop there. Until next time, goodbye.